Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Irene and this is my daughter Dominique, and today we are going to be sharing our highlights from our visit to Knott's Berry Farm. So we're gonna start with number 5 and then we're gonna work our way up to our best highlight, right? Okay, you start.
Okay, so my number 5 was the Calico Mine ride.
That is so funny, that was mine too.
For number 5? Yeah, because it was just like a more relaxed ride that just took you through scenery that they made. See what it was?
You get to go through the mine, which I thought was really cool, and you're actually in the mine carts, and so then as they take you through the mine, then you see little scenes.
Yeah, I only was like really impressed when I saw like how they had like this, they made this huge cave with like the, how do you say, like it looked like it got wet really deep, and they had like all the people and them doing all these things and finding all the sparkly rocks and stuff.
I thought it was really cool. The only thing that I didn't like about that ride is that it was really loud because they have like the mine blasts happening. I think what made it more obvious was that there was a little child in the cart with us, and then it seemed like the baby was not liking the loud noise.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, for us, it wasn't bad. I just felt bad for the baby. I was super distracted by that, but...
Oh, really?
Oh. Okay, so that was both of our number 5s then. So what's your number 4?
My number 4 was the Coast Rider, the one that she was most afraid of.
Oh, that one is so scary. It is just like Goofy's Sky School from Disneyland's California Adventure. It is really scary. And actually, I think this one might even be a tiny bit scarier because it seemed like it had a farther drop.
Oh yeah, that one was a lot more than I was like expecting.
Right.
And so it seemed even more kind of like a little bit scary because you're in this tiny little thing. So you really feel it.
Right. It was really scary.
I think they strapped us in too.
Right. That's
and
when
so
we
I was
knew.
like, wait a second. I think this one's going to be pretty intense. Because they strapped me in this way and then our legs. So our legs couldn't move.
So then you knew that whatever was going to happen was going to be intense because they took like that extra security step. Yeah. That one was scary. Okay. My number 4 was the Butterfield Coach.
Butterfield Coach?
Oh no, it wasn't the coach.
I remember that.
Dang.
Oh,
it's
the train?
The train. Yes, the train that takes you around the park. It gets stopped by bandits. So I thought that was really fun that it was like a mock kind of train robbery.
I thought it was silly.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah, but like it didn't, like I don't know. I didn't even know like what was going on. I was like, wait, what? And the train didn't even go that fast.
No, it wasn't going fast.
Like you could probably just like walk next to it.
But I thought it was really fun. And we sat up front, like right behind the train engineer. So that was really cool too. I liked it.
So my number 3 was Montezuma's Revenge, and that was the one where it like turned us upside down and stuff.
Right, where you like spin to one side and then you spin to the other side.
That one wasn't that bad though.
That one made me really motion sick.
Oh yeah, I kind of got a little bit motion sick, but if I would have had the medicine, like it wouldn't have. Besides that, it wasn't bad. But Marco wouldn't go on it. He refused.
There are a lot of thrilling rides at Knott's Berry Farm, which I was kind of surprised about. For some reason, I just thought it would be more along the same lines of Disneyland that have rides that even little kids
all inclusive.
can. But this one had a mixture of thrill rides and family rides, so I liked that part.
Yeah, I didn't really pay much attention to like who it was including or not. It was just kind of like, 'cause I could go on all of them, so I didn't really like think about that. But yeah, it's more for like older people.
So my number 3 is the Timber Mountain Log Ride. I liked this one because in the queue when you're waiting, it has that waterfall.
Yeah.
And then also there is the animatronics in there, and there's a storyline, and then you have a smaller drop before the really big drop.
I just didn't like how they put me in the dark for the big one. I didn't like that.
You didn't?
No, because if I'm gonna fall, I need to like see what's happening. I don't know, it's weird. Like it's scary. It's more scary for me not knowing. Because then I can like, you know, try and like get ready for it.
Yeah, I really liked that ride.
So then I'm just tense the whole time and it's not fun. Because then I'm like just stressed out.
And I don't think you really got like super soaked in that one either.
No, I just didn't like just your feet really, and I didn't like. I don't like my feet wet. Is that weird? It like irritates me to get my feet wet. Like when you have like socks on. It's like an irritating feeling.
But the other good thing about that is that you do get a little bit wet, and so it was pretty warm the day that we were there, and it was nice to kind of cool off a little bit, but you don't get completely drenched, which was really nice. Yeah, so I like that one.
My number 2 was Jaguar. That one was I don't know. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it should have been like the lower ones, but it was okay. It was just like a younger ride. You just kind of like went around the loop a little bit and then came back.
Yeah, that one wasn't too intense,
but they made it look cool being in like this pyramid. You think it's gonna be like this super thrilling thing, and it like kind of wasn't. So I was kind of like a bummer for that, because they should have like done like little dips or something.
There were some dips.
Yeah, but they were like little.
Right, it wasn't very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing, I did also like that it was in the pyramid. The only drawback on that ride for me was the ride vehicle itself, because I was kind of leaning forward a little bit to hold on to the bars the first time we went on it, because I wasn't sure what to expect. And so like moving around in those really hard seats hurt my back. But then the second time I knew that it wasn't gonna be like very scary, no major twists or like turns, and so I didn't do that the second time, and my back was fine. So
well, that's good.
I think as long as you know that you don't have to hold on that tight, then it'll be more comfortable riding.
That's funny.
Okay, my number 2 for the experience in general, it was mostly walk-on rides. So during the time we were there, which was the last week in August, there was hardly any people in the park, it felt like, and most of the rides were just walk-on.
Yeah, there was like nobody there.
So I really liked that. I mean, we were basically able to ride all the rides we wanted to, as many times as we wanted to ride.
Yeah, just the ones that were like really like it was like the thing where there was almost too many like super scary ones for me. So it feels like I was really limited though to like what ones I could go on. Because there were just some that I just wasn't willing to do.
Right,
like,
they have a few scary ones.
Yeah, like really. I don't enjoy putting myself through that. So it's like...
I know, because there were a couple that there was like a sheer drop, and there was, I think, only one that I didn't ride that was super scary, because the accelerator that like shoots you off really quick and then drops you down into a sharp drop, I did do that one, which I surprised myself about. But like all of the other rides, I think we basically did. And then there was one at the end of our visit there, the Pony Express, that we like kept going on over and over.
Well, now you jumped again. That was my number 1.
Oh.
It's Pony Express is my number 1. Was that your number 1?
No. Wasn't my number 1.
What was your number 1?
My number 1 is the ghost town theme, and then like the saloon more specifically, because I just really like feeling like you are in a ghost town. And they even have like the jail that probably would have existed back then, and the little storefronts, and then they had like the interactions with the, I don't think they're characters, with, but like
the crew
the,
or whatever. Yeah,
like the staff there that's all dressed up in Western type of costume. And then there was a sign for like a shootout or something, but we never saw that. So I don't know if it's like a show. But anyway, I really liked the ghost town theming.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So we were kind of close on our Pony Express, even though it wasn't really officially my number 2, because it was just like being able to walk on the rides. It was like everyone's like,
I think everyone preferred that one over all of them, because it was something that everybody was like okay with going on.
Right.
I thought it was weird how the seats were like a horse. I've never seen something like that before. And then the only thing holding you there is just the pressure keeping you straight on it.
That was really fun.
But the thing that I was like thinking about when you brought up the Pony Express was that little boy in the front that was like acting silly. But I was getting nervous because he kept squirming around and he's small, so he kind of like shifted past the little pressure thing that's the only thing keeping you on the horse. Did you see that? And it was making me nervous. I was like, oh god, if he falls off, that's gonna be really bad.
Right, because
he kept like wiggling,
right.
And then he came almost out of the harness. And I was like, dear God, please do not let this little kid fall off this.
Well, so that brings up a good point, because the actual ride vehicle, you get onto this like horse, and so you're leaning forward, and then it just like this other part comes up and kind of pushes you into the horse.
Yeah, you're
that's
just
what
like
keeps
sandwiched
you on.
in.
Right. And so there's this like padded bar kind of thing that's like pressed up against your back, keeping you in. And so it's almost like you're riding a horse, and then it takes you off really quick.
Yeah.
And this boy, he knew right where the camera was, and so he made sure to do different like poses and do different things like right before the camera took his picture. He was having a great time, but he kept going on over and over too.
It's making me nervous.
That was so cute. I could not stop laughing because he was being so funny with the different poses he was doing. But anyway, that was super fun. So that does it for our highlight. And let me see, I think we were kind of all over the place. So let me just read off my 5. It was the mine train, the train where the bandits stop for the train robbery, and then Timber Mountain log ride. And then number 2 was the fact that we could walk on all of the rides. And then my number 1 was the ghost town theming. So what was your recap?
5 Calico Mine Ride, 4 Coast Rider, 3 Montezuma's Revenge, 2 Jaguar, and the Pony Express for number 1.
Awesome. So I hope that you guys enjoyed our video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and please subscribe to catch some of our other videos. Thanks, and we'll see you next time. Bye.